Hey everyone, it's Enjoying the School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
Today is day 1 of our 2-day article. It's July 10th, and it's the Just So You Know article.
Yes, 今天7月10号呢是生活快递的小主题啊。
And our article today is called The Happy Vibe of Being Tea Drunk.
那我们今天主题是茶醉的愉悦氛围。
Can someone get drunk on tea?
喝茶原来也会醉吗
？I don't know. I read this article and I tried to understand this myself. I had never heard this term before, so 从来没有听过这个, and I wanted to understand it, and I think I understand it. And after I describe what I think this means and we read the article, I wonder if you would call it tea drunk too.
I know there is like milk drunk, 奶醉.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Because the baby actually do look drunk after they have, maybe they lunch on the milk for more than an hour. And after they wake up, they look like they're drunk.
The word I had actually thought of, and I suppose it comes from our title. It's called The Happy Vibe. If you are familiar, if you know some like young people slang in America, you will know they talk about vibing. V-I-B, 추意加ing, vibing. This means you're relaxed, you're happy, and you feel very satisfied. 你就是很满意的感觉。Some music gives you a vibe check. It feels good right now. This music is the vibe. And so we'll use that word today. That made me kind of understand this better. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to start paragraph 1 and learn more about being drunk on tea.
Yeah.
All right, it's paragraph 1. We're on pages 20 and 21. It is July 10th. No, I'm not going to sing after Minnie tricked me last time. So there's no songs to sing here. Let's start our paragraph. Tea is great for an energy boost.
所以他说茶是非常适合提升能量。
Do you think of tea as an energy drink or something to relax you?
Tea to a mother is just something to, like you die for something unhealthy, but you can drink coffee, you can drink alcohol. So tea is like your only option.
So this is your medication. That's okay. So for me, for a long time, tea was something I drank to relax. And then in Taiwan, I drank tea just as like, not really an energy boost. It's just I didn't want to drink water, and Taiwan has good tea. So I like to go buy a tea from little tea shops. But yeah, especially in America, I was always relaxing when I drank tea. I wanted to fangsong, low lights, calm music, like some jazz, something chill, something cool.
I think that's more for like wine, not tea.
Well, I was underage, right? Also, I don't drink alcohol. So for me, this was my vibe. And I suppose, I think you're right. I think you're right because I don't drink alcohol. When you said that, this is like what you do when you want to drink wine. You want to relax and kind of, you don't have to leave the house. You don't have to drive anywhere. So you just kind of turn those lights low, drink some tea or wine, and you're just hanging out and feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. This is, to me, what I think of when I think of drinking tea. Let's go to our next sentence. It's also good for the digestive and nervous systems.
那这边 digestive 这个字要小心哦，很多人念的乱七八糟、怪里怪气的哦。那他说喝茶呢，对消化系统跟神经系统都有好处。
Okay, pick up your pens here. So digestive system, 这个是你的肚子 right? 这个有 dig, but it's not dig, it's not digestive. 这个是抽的。So long I, die, and then G is J, digestive. And 这个 die, because it means to cut into two. You take your food and you tear it up, you break it up into pieces so you can get 那个营养在里面的 energy in it. And your nervous system is like your brain and
神经。
Tea lovers often describe tea as being able to improve one's mood and help reduce stress.
所以茶友会说呢，喝茶呢可以改善人的情绪，然后帮助你减轻压力。
So when we describe something, that just means we're kind of telling you about it. And when we describe something as something, we're saying 这个东西可以做这个事情. So also it means like. So we describe A as B.
所以会说什么东西是什么，我们就会用 describe A as B, 用 as 这个字。
Look at the word improve, and you still have your pen in your hand. 这个 improve 欧法长串哦 like moon. 这个不是 improve. That's wrong. And we reduce stress. We can say reduce stress. That's okay. But reduce stress 比较自然一点. stress 你要写下来，这个是不可数，所以这个句子是蛮复杂的。We have improve, reduce, and stress. 不要忘记 stress is uncountable, 不可数。
老师都用中文讲完了，很棒。
All right. Let's look at our next sentence. In fact, many tea drinkers enjoy a condition known as being tea drunk or tea high, which changes how people feel physically, mentally, or emotionally.
所以事实上呢，许多喝茶的人享受这一种感觉，他们称之为茶醉或者是 tea high 茶嗨的状态哦。那这会改变你的身体、精神还有情绪上的感受。
这个 high, we have to be careful. I don't like to talk about rude words, but 事实上有时候这个比较不礼貌的也很重要，要明白。So when Taiwanese say, "Oh, I feel so high," 你去美国你不要这样子说好不好？
这样别人会觉得你在嗑药。
That's right, 你在吸毒。So 这个 high 的感觉 you gotta be careful with that. And
you can say, I'm vibing.
Yeah, I'm vibing, I'm chilling, I feel good. Don't run around saying I'm high. The police will be not happy. They will feel very unhappy. And I'm not joking about that. In America or Canada, I'm so high. 不要说。Now, when we say tea drunk, this is from the Chinese 茶醉. In English, when we hear this, it feels like, oh, so you can't drive a car? No. 那个茶醉, this doesn't mean like you can't drive or you can't walk straight. It just means that because you drank this tea, you feel like different than you did before.
Yeah, 可能就是我们后面讲的嘛 physically, mentally, or emotionally different.
That's right. Look at the word physically. Pick up your pen. Draw a line. P-H-Y-S. Phys. This is always about your body. You know PE class.
Physical education.
That's right. PE 就是 physical education. This is about your body. Mentally, M-E-N-T. Draw a line. This is about your mind. M-I-N-D or your brain. And then emotionally, this is the easiest one. E-M-O. 这个像 like emoji, right? Like and heart. That's right. So this is your body, your brain, and your feelings. Let's take a quick break. All right, we're back with more Enjoy English School. It's July 10th, and we're on pages 20 and 21. Let's start paragraph 2. In fact, being tea drunk isn't dangerous like being drunk on alcohol.
这我们刚刚上一段讲到嘛，那事实上茶醉并不像酒醉一样那么的危险哦。
That's right. Now, 这个 like 不是喜欢. Please be careful when you see like. That's right. It doesn't always mean 喜欢. Let's continue. It's simply a feeling of being very calm.Relaxed and happy.
那这只是一种非常 calm, 平静 relax, 放松 and happy 还有快乐的感觉而已。
I wrote the word chill here, like the word chill. If you talk to foreigners, like chill means to like 放松. It means to calm down. But also you could say I am chill. This means I am relaxed. This is really good English.
Yeah, chillax 也有人这样讲。
Chillax. I haven't said chillax in, well, I'm old now, so I don't say chillax, but I used to say chillax. All right, our next sentence. It's a positive sensation. It's a positive feeling that can contribute to lively interaction among friends.Or deep thinking when one is alone.
所以 sensation 跟 feeling 它其实是差不多的意思，都是感觉哦。所以它是一种 positive 正面的 sensation 正面的感觉，那可以促进呢朋友之间的活跃互动，或者是独处时的沉思。
When you are drinking alcohol, do you like to have lively interaction among friends, or do you deep think alone?
I think I'm more like socializing when I'm drinking.
I think so too. I never drink alone. I don't think I've ever done that.
Drinking alone is sad.
Doesn't it feel sad? Well, my dad loved to drink, and he loved to stay up late on a Saturday night, and he'd have his orange juice and vodka, and he would play rock and roll music or his music really loudly, and he'd like play like air guitar and stare at himself in the mirror.
Air guitar!
Air guitar. So my dad did not play a musical instrument, 没有乐器, but he would pretend to play guitar. And I still see that so clearly in my dad was vibing. He was chilling. He was relaxing. He was chillaxing. Just the corniest way possible.
Very cute.
It is funny. It is very endearing to think about my dad back then. So... But you wouldn't catch me dead doing that. When you catch somebody dead, that means it's like the worst thing that could happen. All right, here we go. Let's continue to our next sentence here. Many tea drinkers also feel more productive and focused when working in a tea-drunk state.
I feel this too. 许多喝茶的人在茶醉的状态下工作，也会觉得比较有效率，然后也比较专注。
You feel, yeah, I agree. I agree with this because when I would turn the lights down low or like I like working kind of like with low lights unless I have to read, right?
Do you have good eyes?
Maybe. I don't know. I know the Taiwanese say don't like do anything in the dark, but I do. So, I like to drink tea and I do feel that energy, but also because tea kind of relaxes you. It's weird because you're relaxed, but you have more energy. You have like a focused energy, don't you?
You feel like you can keep going for longer.
Yeah, I agree. It gives you a little bit of a better, in English, we would call it flow. F-L-O-W.
流动.
That's right. So you're not thinking, how辛苦. Think like when you're playing a game or you're just scrolling on your phone, you kind of forget time, right? That's flow. And sometimes when you really like your work, you can flow and do a really good job. That's like, I love to be in like flow, to be that feeling.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we have our final paragraph. All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on our final paragraph on pages 20 and 21. We're talking about the happy vibe of being tea drunk. In addition to caffeine, tea also contains two other substances that can influence brain activity, catechins and L-theanine.
所以呢，除了咖啡因之外，茶还有另外两种可以影响大脑活动的物质 ，substance 就是物质哦。那这两个有点难念的是儿茶素跟茶氨酸。
That's right. So catechins and L-theanine. But don't worry about these two words. If you don't understand these two words, there are a lot more useful words in this article. We're giving you a little science because this is the just so you know article.
Yep.
Catechins naturally relax the brain and body.
那儿茶素呢，它自然地放松你的大脑跟身体。
Now, 这个是每一个脑子跟每一个身体, but we won't say like everybody's brains and bodies. That's weird English.
Yeah.
So we say the plus a singular, the brain, the body. We do this with animals a lot too, because we could say sharks are very dangerous animals. We can use a plural here. Sharks are very dangerous animals. But we could also say the shark is a dangerous animal. The singular, we understand just a 每一个.
对.
Let's continue on. As for L-theanine, it is an amino acid that can reduce stress.
那至于茶氨酸呢，它是一种可以减轻压力的氨基酸。
Yeah, so again, as for L-theanine, don't worry about this two words. You could just call it as for A and B. Think about the other words. Study those words. You don't worry about these two words. If you remember them next week, that's crazy. If I remember them next week, that will be crazy.
所以不要有压力，这些很难的字你就把它当作是一种看故事的感觉。
Don't stress these two words. No stress. And don't forget stress. 压力 right here. This isn't an uncountable noun. 接下来 that this is uncountable. Now, we can say stresses, but that's a 完全不一样的事情. This one right here is the uncountable noun. When absorbed by the body, catechins and L-theanine make a person feel not only calm, but also alert.
那当被身体吸收了之后呢，这个儿茶素跟茶氨酸呢，会让人不仅感到镇定，而且它还会变得很机敏 alert.
Okay, we have probably one of the most famous writing structures in English. Not only A, but also B. If you don't know this, 赶快背好. You will use this so much in English. This is like verb 加 s 过去式那么常用的英文. It's just something you use all the time. Not only A, but also B.
那 also 是可以省略啦。你有时候会听到人家说 not only A, but B.
That's correct. That's also correct. So calm, we know, means relaxed, chillaxed, but alert means you are paying attention. So calm but alert. I wrote the word zen under this. This is what foreigners think about like zen, like when you're calm, but also very alert of what's happening. You're in your kind of groove.
老师讲的 Zen, Z-E-N 就是我们说的禅修禅定叫 Zen。We
might say in a groove, in a, 就像 I-N-A, and then groove is G-R-O-V-E, in a groove. So think of like a 黑色唱片, right? The big music thing, a record, and it has those little holes, and you put the needle in it. That's a groove, that little valley. And when you are in a groove, you're doing work very effectively. And so tea can put you in a groove. You're in flow. And you're not drowsy like alcohol. Like you mentioned that when babies can get milk drunk, right? And they look drunk, that kind of sleepy feeling in English is called drowsy. D-R-O-W-S-Y. Drowsy. All right. With that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we have our vocab review. All right, friends, we're back with more Enjoy English School, and we're beginning our vocab review for day one of the happy vibe of being tea drunk.
Yes.
Our first phrase is to describe A as B.
那 describe 是描述的意思，那 describe A as B 就是把什么视为什么，看成什么的意思。
In our story, we said tea lovers often describe tea as being able to improve one's mood. Number two, we have those tough words, physically and mentally.
那不要忘记 physically 看到 P-H-Y-S 就是代表你的身体，想到 P-E physical education 你就会记得这个字。再来 M-E-N-T 就代表你的 M-I-N-D 你的 mind， 所以 mentally 就代表你精神上的。
And your feelings were emotionally, that looks like the word emoji like on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Number three, alcohol.
Alcohol 就是酒精啊。
That's right.
但是注意哦，如果是大家消毒用的那个酒精，我们通常前面会加 rubbing alcohol.
But you won't just say alcohol, like you'll just say alcohol, but you kind of recognize you're not going to drink that.
Yeah.
The situation makes it very clear.
Yeah.
So maybe if you do drink alcohol, hey, we need to buy alcohol. Rubbing alcohol or red wine, right? You would be specific. Number four, calm.
注意是 calm 不是 C-L-A-M 哦哈 C-L-A-M 是你的蛤蟆你的蛤蜊，但是我们这边的 calm 是 C-A-L-M 代表说是冷静沉着的意思。
Students like to spell it clam, like right?
Yeah.
They get clam, C-L-A-M.
Yeah.
Number five, to contribute to something.
Yeah, contribute to something 就是代表说会去贡献 contribute to something 这个中文是我们这一句他说 it's a positive sensation that can contribute to 所以它这边代表说可以促进 contribute to something 促进
So you add to something. Next one, we have productive.
Productive 就代表说你有很多产量很多产出 Productive 就代表你的效率很好
You're not wasting time.
Exactly.
Productive is the opposite of wasting time. Number seven, to influence.
Influence 就是影响的意思，我们这边当动词使用，但它其实也是影响的名词哦。
So maybe on Instagram you see influencers. They tell you what they think you should buy. Yeah. Number eight, alert.
Alert 这边是形容词，代表很机敏、机警。
This is you're paying attention. You could also get cell phone alerts. They're telling you, watch out for this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, we're done with day one of our happy vibe of being tea drunk, but we'll be back with day two to talk more about being tea drunk, and we get to learn a little bit more about some fun adjective grammar. For Enjoy English School, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.